So, hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Evolution of Combat 10. Evolution of Combat 10 is going to be this Saturday, the 6th of November. I believe it's called the Carlton or the Carlton in Morecambe. It's going to be doors open, I believe, 5 o'clock. First fight kicks off 5:30, and I believe it's 6 hours of Muay Thai, of grappling, and MMA, both amateur and pro fights. So there's obviously everything on this card to cater for everybody. As I said, I believe the introduction of Muay Thai, but previously it was kickboxing. So obviously we've got some Muay Thai in there. So obviously having Muay Thai is a fantastic addition to the Evolution of Combat page. Now, tickets are directly available from the fighters. Now, if the fighters have any left, that is. If they do, as I said, speak to your chosen fighter. If not, you can jump onto the Evolution of Combat page. It'll take you directly through to the internet, obviously, where you can buy them from. And the tickets are £35, and I believe a £2, if I get this right, £2.80 booking fee on top. So I believe it's £37.80, including that booking fee. So make sure you speak to your fighters first, because they may still have availability left. So as I mentioned, obviously the fights are going to be on the card. So obviously my next guest, Lewis, we were hoping to get a couple of Kaizen Academy guys on, but obviously some of them are quite shy. So, but we've got Lewis. Lewis was originally the one that we were going to have on originally, but Lewis said he would try and get a couple of the boys on. But as I said, the boys are quite shy, so which is to be expected sometimes. So Lewis obviously coming out of Kaizen Academy. Lewis is going to be up against, I believe, Jamie Smith of Combat Performance Academy. So again, another great gym down south. So Lewis was on, I believe, Evolution of Combat 8. Obviously got a victory on Evolution of Combat 8. So obviously looking to continue on in the Evolution of Combat 10. So Lewis, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. So obviously coming off of Evolution of Combat 8, I mean, how did you enjoy that event?
Oh, I loved it. It was, to be honest, best thing was because I felt very unprepared. At the time, I didn't, but now looking back a year ago, I was so unprepared for my debut. I love taking it. I was, I showed that I'm tough enough. I can have a fight, but it was quite. I wasn't impressed with the performance. So to me, that whole experience on Evolution of Combat 8 was just all about getting my sort of like having a restart on like on the game mode, almost like just having a go again. And same venue, exact same walkout, everything the same, different opponent, but I got the win, and it was really good. I feel like I did, for if I in my head that was my first performance, that I was really happy with that. Felt like it was well.
It was a great performance. I mean, Morris Equestrian Centre as well is a bit of a strange venue, because obviously MMA, obviously as you know, MMA usually in like community halls and sports centres and whatnot, but this was in an actual horse centre, and obviously like the walkout especially. I mean, the walkout from where you came out, obviously walking past that barrier and then walking on mud and stuff like that to get to the cage was a bit bizarre.
Yeah, it was crazy. The first show on Evolution of Combat 7, you had to walk all the way down to the stables at the bottom. So the walkout was about a good minute at least if you were going slow. But it was quite fun. I can't imagine I'll be experiencing that again. So it was nice to compete in like the absolute bottom of a venue, like, but to be honest, I thought it was a really good venue. There's inside was really lovely, like all the food and stuff. I didn't actually have any, but it looked nice. Whenever I compete jiu-jitsu or MMA, my adrenaline's too high to want to eat food.
And then obviously, what about you just now then? So obviously in regards to training, so now that we are officially back training, Okay,
Yep.
so we're officially back. Obviously, competitions and so on are up and running. I mean, what does a typical training week look like for you? How many times a week do you like to try and get yourself into the gym?
I'm pretty busy. So Monday mornings, I'm down in Aspire in Liverpool. I do the pro, well, it's not like it's pro like fighters class. There's mainly a load of amateurs, but I think it's invite only. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
it's mainly grappling with Phil Turner, um, and yeah, great rounds there. Like or yeah, jits with hits is what we call it at Kaizen.
yeah,
And yeah, then I've got a really busy week. Then do that on Wednesday again, back in Liverpool. I've been actually for this fight. I've also been training at ASW Manchester.
yeah, yeah.
Really good gym. Just they beat me in. I fought two of their fighters in a grappling tournament, and they both beat me. I was like, I'm not happy with that. I need to learn what they know. So I went down. Cameron Atakuru, really nice guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, looked after me there. Learned lots of tricks and secrets. So hopefully we can see some of that
yeah,
in the fight. And every other day is training at Kaizen in the morning, and then training at Kaizen at the night. And I also teach privates and teach a few kids classes as well. So very
nice.
busy. Or MMA every day, all day. Yeah.
Nice. And then we've got someone coming in there, Jamie Grocott. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, Jamie. So, talking about obviously their Morris Equestrian Centre, just saying it sounds like a bare knuckle arena. But yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, if anybody that's ever seen a bare knuckle, maybe an old school bare knuckle where they go into like barns and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
the Morris Equestrian Centre is a little bit like. So, but it was a great venue. I'd say it would have been better, more people, because obviously I know when we were there for Evolution of Combat 8, there was only I think a few hundred spectators. But if
Yeah.
you can imagine something like that, could you imagine that place packed out with spectators?
Sold out, yeah. Yeah, if the cage was in the middle and we were all stood on the sand.
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be
So
good.
it would be an
Yeah.
absolute crazy, crazy venue. And I know that Evolution of Combat 9 went to the Maryhill Community Hall, which was
Yeah. That looked nice.
almost, yeah, I mean, the Maryhill Community Hall, obviously you've got the cage in the middle and you've got the tiered seats all the way around,
Yeah.
and just the noise of the place. And that was busy. That was mobbed. So,
Yeah.
so hopefully Saturday is going to be the same. Hopefully that'll be exactly the
Hopefully.
same, packed out.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm looking forward to Saturday because it's Lerone Murphy posted something about it, just how it felt like it was a proper pub brawl because the Carlton is sort of a pub slash nightclub. So I've
yeah.
gone from a bare knuckle arena to a pub fight. But I like that. I think that's cool. It's cool.
Nice, nice. That's what I love about events like that, because obviously that gets you. I mean, obviously everybody sees the UFC and they see what that does, Bellators and so on, Cage Warriors and things like that. But then obviously this is where you start. This is where a lot of these top guys fought in places very very similar to like the Morris Equestrian Centre or pubs or nightclubs and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll
Yeah.
be you, hopefully on the road to the
Hopefully,
UFC.
we'll see.
Definitely.
We'll see where I get.
And then obviously your fight then. So fight on Saturday, going to be up against Jamie Smith. As a great competitor, Jamie, as well. Same as yourself. Obviously combat performance, coming out of a really good gym, really good setup over there. So, I mean, how did you find out about the fight that you were going to be on Evolution of Combat 10?
So straight after my last fight, I've just knew I was going to fight in November because I definitely wanted another fight in the year, and Morecambe hometown, like great event. And I found out who was fighting through Dan.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be at featherweight, but I'm not. I don't think he's cutting too much weight,
yeah,
but I'm happy with that. If we're not, if we're not cutting too much weight, it's always a good thing.
yeah,
And yeah, just through Dan, and yeah, that's about it really.
yeah. And what do you know? Do you know much about your opponent, Jamie, at all?
Done. obviously, like you try and find stuff out if you can, but I don't really like finding out too much because at the end of the day, opponent could change,
Yeah,
and to be honest, like it's not it, unless you've got UFC footage. I don't actually think there's much you're really going to take off someone at this amateur level, because if you look at my first fight, I was I was a striker, and then I go into my second fight and show that I'm actually, kind of a wrestler grappler.
yeah,
Not like I do have a bit of striking as well, but mainly I prefer the grappling side of stuff,
yeah,
and it's yeah. But I'm guessing good striking, quite athletic. I've watched quite a lot of their guys on the other shows, like that Anarchy,
yeah,
UKFC, all that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I think he's going to be my toughest opponent yet. I'm guessing, because great, really good gym. You see loads of people coming out there, but I believe this will. I've been training so hard. I think this is probably going to be hopefully my easiest fight, because I've
yeah,
just put so much work into this. I'm so much prepared than all the others.
yeah,
I think I'm going to smash it, but we'll see. Only time
yeah.
will tell.
That's one thing as well. I mean, obviously, as you move up through the amateur ranks and then obviously eventually into pro, I mean, every fight's going to be tougher and tougher the further into
Yeah,
your journey you go.
yeah, definitely. That's what I like about it all. Is like just how sort of every fight's the same. Like yeah, in terms of difficulty, like it never really gets easier because your opponent's getting tougher,
Yeah,
and it's quite cool that how that is I like that about competition.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
but
And
then the prize gets better and the achievements feels better, so it's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And I'd say you're on a good card. I mean, obviously, good company. I think it's going to be headlined by Adam Gregory and Oscar Onsworth. So
yeah,
obviously, it'll be announced obviously later nearer the time. And even some grapplers. I mean, you've got some good grapplers. Lewis Penny's been on before.
yeah,
Mark Hasty. Obviously, you've got the people from. There was a team came over from Iceland for Evolution of Combat 9, and obviously they're bringing over a team of people again. And again, some great grapplers, some black belts in there, obviously MMA fighters and so on. So really, really good company that you're going to
yeah.
be in. That's a really, really good card put on by Dan and the guys at Evolution of Combat.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see quite a lot of people compete really from the gym. I've got a little bit of a joke about this one. Thomas Moore is like, he's absolutely incredible. Yeah, really good. Like, considering he's only a blue belt, his leg locks are that's a bit far. They're not world class, but they're not far off. Like,
Yeah,
I'd say they're easily up there with the best guys in the gym.
yeah,
So that's exciting. But I've got a bit of a joke with him, like saying no one wants to watch leg locks just past guard. But yeah, no, I am looking forward to that. Nathan Collins, really looking forward to that. Nathan Collins is actually the guy that helped me through lockdown. Me and him trained in his garage together.
yeah,
Before he even trained at Kaizen, like we were training in the garage together. It was really cool. So yeah, looking forward to see him make his debut.
yeah,
Kenny again. Kenny's got such a lovely Thai style. It's really amazing. Like when you spar him, it's just all you can think of is Thai, and I just
yeah,
want to take him down. I don't want to do anything else because I can't strike him. He's so good. And then Adam Gregory, which that's going to be exciting. I
yeah,
love. My favorite thing about Adam is just how he's not too bothered about career and record. He wants tough fights. He wants to
yeah,
have a good time. It doesn't matter about win or loss. He's literally just there to fight, which is really cool, especially considering he is actually really smart and quite clever.
yeah,
He's got a very interesting fight style.
yeah,
His fights with Conor Hitchens, I still watch them today because they're just entertaining.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I can't
And
wait. It's gonna be good.
I know that Adam, when he was on the last time, he did a grappling match because he couldn't get an MMA fight. So obviously
Yeah,
took a grappling match. And then obviously this time, now obviously he's got an MMA fight as a tough opponent for him as well. But Adam's one of these people, when we watched him at Evolution of Combat 8, he looked very, very relaxed. He didn't look like, I mean, these people go in there and they, they, they want to just go for it all the time, whereas Adam looked very relaxed. He looked comfortable, even in obviously a grappling situation. And as I say, I'm pretty sure it's going to be very, very similar in the MMA scenario as well.
he's he's got horrible pressure. When you roll with him, he can't really even like go light on you, because
Yeah,
even when he does go light, well, we had a flow roll on Tuesday, and it's just even his flow roll is just miserable because it's like he's doing everything slower, but I think that actually makes it worse because he's just his technique's brilliant. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I,
I
I'm
f-
I'm not jealous of whoever he's of Oscar
yeah,
at
yeah,
all. I
definitely.
don't want to be that guy.
But floral, what's a floral? Is that something that happens in the gym? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a floral, I know, because we laugh. I mean, whenever we say to each other, let's floral, and then normally you start floralling for maybe the first minute, and
And then
then it
it's a
just
war.
turns into an absolute war. So
Yeah. Yeah, we are actually pretty good at flow rolling at Kaizen. I've
yeah,
not don't really have it at the other two gyms too much. They're quite intense, which is good. But
yeah,
at Kaizen with people like Kieran O'Brien, who oh shit, I forgot to mention him. He's grappling as well.
yeah,
That'll be exciting. But yeah, so Kieran O'Brien, he's definitely the best flow roller, I'd say. He's just
yeah,
got such a like smooth style, especially with Kieran and Adam as your coaches. Just absolute opposites, I think. Like
yeah.
Kieran's really flowy everywhere, and Adam's got great pressure. So I tried to take like a bit of everything out of both of them, see see what we can come up with. I feel like if you merge them two, it'd be a good result. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Nice, nice. And then
Yeah.
obviously Evolution of Combat. Then that's your main focus at the moment. So obviously get Saturday out of the way. Then what do you see yourself doing? What would you like to see yourself doing going forward?
So the plan is to take a bit of a rest after this one, just until the end of the year. I'm awful for overtraining. I do it all the time. I've got ill quite a few times from overtraining.
Yeah,
I love it too much. I'm in the gym all the time. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a bit of a rest. I'm actually gonna put the gi on for a bit because I'm still a white belt.
right, right.
So I need to improve my gi a little bit. Um, I compete at blue belt, but I still am a white belt because my gi's just rubbish. So I'm gonna have a bit of fun, relax for the rest of the year. Still train, obviously, because need to keep the work up.
Yeah,
Next year, I'm looking for a busy year. Hopefully, nothing happens with COVID. But even if it does, I've got ways of training. I'll figure it all out. But I'm hoping for a very busy year, competing wise. I want, if I can, around 4 fights maybe.
yeah,
Just see where I end up. For me, it's all about experience, and all I care about really is being better than I was last year. The fight, obviously I want to win, but the fights, win or lose, it's amateur. No one knows Conor McGregor, Khabib's amateur records. No one cares.
yeah,
Um, and for me, it's am I getting better? And if I am, brilliant. And right now, I would kill that debut version of me, like no problem.
yeah,
That guy wouldn't stand a chance. And Evolution of Combat of Eight, he wouldn't do a good job against me either. I feel
yeah,
like what was annoying about that one, um, I was rolling with all the blue belts and purple belts, thinking if I can roll with these guys and survive against these guys and do all right. Obviously, I didn't do well against the purple belts, but I tried. I tried my best, and I felt pretty comfortable.
yeah,
And I thought, yeah, I'm doing really well. I wasn't expecting the guy to stand up, so I hadn't actually prepared for someone just standing up all the time. I was like, oh shit. So if the guy tries to sweep me, I've got all the solutions at the time. But
yeah,
if he tries to stand up, I was like, oh shit, that's actually a thing. So I put a lot of work into that. In the third round, I managed to sort of make some adjustments, but I reckon, yeah, now it's not a thing anymore. People
Yeah,
aren't standing up so easily, unless
yeah.
you're Adam Gregory. Adam can stand up. or Dan
Maybe
Hope.
just now, but maybe further down the line, maybe a couple of years of more training, and then yeah, let's new kick Adam's ass. Kick Adam's ass.
I mean, we'll see. He was actually my first ever spar. On the
Yeah.
first day I signed up to the gym, turned up. He was preparing for his fight at Evolution of Combat 4
Mhm.
at the Carlton. And oh yeah, it was awful. He didn't know like I was new. I don't think he
Yeah.
just slammed me to the floor because he was preparing for his fight. It wasn't bad, but at the time I didn't know how to fall, and I was like, oh dear, this is not good. But
Yeah.
I also the problem was I used to do Japanese jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've been training that since I was 6. I don't do that anymore. But at the time, I thought I was really good, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'll be fine against anyone. And I didn't realize he was a pro MMA fighter. And, I think I went in too cocky, but here I am now,
Yeah.
and I've learnt.
Definitely, definitely. And one thing I like to do as well is go on people's Facebook, find a little interesting fact or that. So
Yep.
triathlons. Tell us about the
Yeah, yeah.
triathlons.
Yeah, that was just so when I was my first job was, well, not my first job, but my first job since I left school was I was a joiner. That's
Yeah.
what I was. And I did it for a building company, and all the like bosses went for a triathlon. And I thought that was really cool. But you had to be 18. I was 16 at the time. I was like, I wanna do a triathlon. So yeah, and they had all like well, I'm saying this. I hope they don't listen to this, but I might have got my facts wrong. But I think that they're all really athletic. Like they cycle, they're all on Strava. They're all like super trained for it. I was like,
Yeah.
I can beat these guys. And
Yeah.
there was 3 of them, and the only guy that beat me was the big boss of the company, I think. And
Yeah.
I actually came, yeah. But I had to do it a week later because they didn't. Uh, you had to be over 18, so I did it a week later on in Fleetwood, and it was horrible. So I've not done one since. I didn't train for it at all, just MMA training, and
Yeah.
yeah, I half died on the run.
Yeah.
Um, it wasn't because I'm not good at running. It's because it was so cold. It was like on Fleetwood Prom. I think it was raining at the time. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, listen, it's good for cardio and stuff. I mean, look at the Diaz brothers. I mean, both do
Yeah,
triathlons and stuff like that. So I mean, and their cardio's fucking insane, man. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely insane.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to do. So hopefully maybe we'll see you doing that again at some point.
yeah. I mean, I might do. It'd be good to do that actually. I want to one day in my life. I want to do a Ironman just because
Yeah,
they're cool.
yeah.
But maybe after I've done a bit in MMA, because I think you'd have to train for that for quite a while.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And then final thing for you then, Lewis. So obviously, you've been in the game for a little while. So anybody you want to shout out to? So any friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that.
Yep. So first, my sponsors, New Takeout House. Honestly, any MMA fighter who wants a highlight video, doesn't matter who you are. It's like if you've got a video of you fighting, I would honestly get onto them because they're incredible.
Yeah,
I have no idea how much they charge or anything like that. But yeah, just get onto them. Like get a highlight video. They'll do an incredible job. I couldn't believe it compared to if anyone's seen the first highlight video I did myself,
hmm,
and it was, you can tell. And then on the second one, it's cool.
yeah,
Kaizen Academy, just helping me out massively. All the coaches there just really like helping me out, doing the bits. I'm always like pestering them, saying, "Oh, can we have a session?" And they turn up, and I
yeah,
don't know if I annoy them or what, but I enjoy the training. So, yeah, Aspire Academy, Combat Sports Academy, they're, yeah, good training. Yeah, really good gym. Just every time I step into that room, I just feel like an absolute nobody.
yeah,
Like there's no one in that room, especially on a Monday morning. There's no one in that room who like hasn't already fought or isn't like going somewhere. Like everyone in that room is going to go somewhere because they're just all killers. They're like really good.
Yeah.
Michael Wood, he's my jiu-jitsu coach, and he is absolutely incredible. There's we have like this thing at the gym, and he's literally just the John Danaher of the UK, but he's not proven it yet because he's not had anyone show it. So I'm hoping I can show this that just how good he is. What's a shame about him is he can't actually compete because of his knees. He's got just very, very similar to John. That's why we call him John. And but yeah, he's his dedication to that to grappling is just something else. Like the techniques he shows, he just knows in so much detail. Ask him any question and he knows. So if you're in if you're in the Northwest, I'd say come down to Kaizen and learn off Mike because he's a superpower. And then I want to thank everyone that's coming to this fight because without the ticket sales, I think you get it doesn't look good for you if you don't sell any tickets. And they help. Obviously, the commission helps with the training and all of that. And I'm going to thank my mum as well because honestly, the amount of stuff she's been doing for me recently, like I used to pay board when I had a job. She cancelled all of that, helping me out with petrol money when I need it because obviously getting down to Liverpool and Manchester quite a few times costs quite a bit. I'm supplying all the food. Speaking of which, after this one, I'm not asking for it now, but I'm hoping after this, if I win and I do well, I want to get sponsored by some sort of food company, like either a butcher or literally anything to just help me out with food because I eat a lot and cost my mum a fortune. Like I do help her out, and I used to give her a lot of money a month, but now I'm not doing that well on money. Like I'm managing, but compared to I think I was on about 1,500 a month or so, quite a lot of money. And now I'm on like nothing. I'm on like 100 quid a month. But,
so listen, if there's any food places out there, help Lewis's mum out. Give this boy some food.
She can quit a second job then. And
nice.
she can just have the one. Yeah, but but she's doing amazing. All my friends, family, they're just supporting me through it all. My girlfriend, her family, everyone's really helping me out and being amazing. So anyone that's helped me get this far, just thank you very much.
Definitely. And listen, if Lewis has missed anybody out, you guys know who you are. You guys definitely know who you are. So, but Lewis, listen, absolute pleasure. As I said, I loved watching you at Evolution of Combat 8 and obviously loved the chat we had after it. So, and again, I won't be there at this event. So, unfortunately, I'm refereeing an event in Glasgow on, I believe it's Saturday or Sunday. I need to check in case I turn up on the wrong day. So I'll need to check, but so I won't be down there. But listen, all the best. I hope all goes well for you. I know you absolutely love it when you're in there. So listen, definitely enjoy yourself, buddy. All right.
I think I enjoy it more than the people who are watching.
Yes. But you definitely look like you enjoyed Evolution of Combat 8, and then but listen, enjoy this one. But stay safe, obviously train safe. And listen, I'll catch up with you at some point, obviously early next year, obviously when events come up again.
I'm hoping for about February, if I can.
Definitely. So I'm sure Evolution of Combat I think they've got an event coming up February-wise. Just hit up Dan, obviously say to Dan, get me on February show. I'm sure it's February, he's got one coming up again. So
cool.
So listen, we'll look forward to seeing you again, Lewis. All right. Well, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy.
Thank you.
So guys, listen, Evolution of Combat 10 this Saturday, the Carleton in Morecambe. So again, tickets, make sure you get your tickets either directly from the fighters if they've none available. Go through the Evolution of Combat page, including booking fee on the website. I believe it's £37.80. So we're going to see Lewis MacKenzie, Kaizen Academy, up against Jamie Smith of the Combat Performance Academy. So this will be an absolute brilliant one to watch. So make sure you're in to watch this fight, guys. So again, Lewis, thank you again, buddy, and enjoy the rest of your night. All right.
Thank you.
Take care, pal.